iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Welcome to the Soweto Derby weekend. It's very rare that the Soweto Derby, a day before the Soweto Derby, there's still 20,000 tickets unsold. I don't know what that means, but that's the biggest game in the South African football calendar. Usually, the tickets are sold out within hours. Okay. These teams are fighting for number 2 spot. Maybe that's the reason why. Tso Vilakazi is the highest ever goal scorer in the history of the Soweto Derby in the Premier Soccer League era. So, very, very big game ahead of us. Kaizer Chiefs not on form. Orlando Pirates on top form. What's your feeling about this game, sir?
Mr.
Mr. So-and-so.
Angibulise wena, angibulise chairman. Angibulise Drake, angibulise Justice. Ngibulisa nane emakhaya ngicela support njalo la iDiskiTV ngizobe nje njalo ngijike futhi. You know Mr. Nkewu, I'm very worried. Worried and nokuthuka futhi. I'm scared because you know iDerby asibheki indaba ukuthi the last game yakho benjani. iDerby there's always surprises like it happened the previous one when Umati scored. If you can also look at that goal there corner, I score na Umati, it tells you ukuthi iDerby there's always surprises. And now Arthur is under pressure. Yeah, he's under pressure and they lost. Paris they've won. But now when you look at these two teams again, you like, I can say Paris will win. Looking at the previous game, it has scored. But again, when you look at the Chiefs can surprise you. I'm inzima than all the other derbies I've ever experienced in my life. Where yes, coaches are always under pressure in the derby, but this one, Arthur is got more pressure than any other coach that I've ever experienced with derby.
Yeah, can I ask you something very quickly? As you say that, I think I want to agree with you, and I think a lot of people are going to agree with you at home. Uguti, somehow, it places the coach under extreme pressure if he loses this. Do you think on Monday, if he loses, there's a conversation to be had? Because there's already been people who are saying, give Zwane an experienced coach to help him and so on. I don't even know what that means. Do you fire him, demote him, co-coach? What does exactly that means? But if he loses this one, if he fails to win, maybe it's a draw, do you think they have a meeting with him on Monday to say, look, Chief, things are not working?
Not even on Monday. I think it can be even if things don't go well for him. After a game, there will be a serious meeting because if you lose 3 games in a row, and the worst scenario is that you lose a game that you've got it in your hands, you made wrong changes, and then you get hammered. So now there is questions to say, if you can make mistakes against a team like Golden Arrows, Golden Arrows, they are a small team. But when you make mistakes like that against the Golden Arrows, what's going to happen in a derby? So that's why I'm scared and I'm worried because I'm a mistake when Zile Arthur against the Arrows. I'm costing a game very, very serious. And then now you're looking at the derby against Pirates with players like Doesnt, Manja, who's creating chances, who's scoring, Lapayana. How are you going to deal with situations like that? Abu Saleng is doing very well. Undlondo also is also coming to the party. Uloch is back. The past few games has been doing very well. And you know when Loch is there, Mr. Nkewu is, yeah, man. You know, I think he came back at the right time where he had about 2-3 games and faced Ilonduzani Chiefs. So that's why I'm worried. But at the very same time, Pirates, they've got players. They can win this game very easily if they will have a proper planning and put players in right positions. Pirates will win it easily, very easy. You know, if you play Rasmus, play Usaling, play uLontuzana uLodge, and then put uLontuzana Vincent Pule in the midfield, and put uNdlondlo, and put this time around bangafaka team, put Makaula in that midfield, put Makaula, and have uLontuzana Monyane on the right, and put Marco on the left, and then playing uLontuzana ngoMayela no Koki. Then I'm telling you, that's the winning team. It's gonna be easy for Pirates. They can even win 3 or 4.
All right. You said that form means nothing to this game. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't mean anything to this game. This game is a weird game to predict. I want you to help us then. Tomorrow, what do you think we're going to see tomorrow? Feel free, be comfortable. Whatever you think is going to happen or is not going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen.
Pirates will dominate the game, but Chiefs will win. I don't know how, but Chiefs will win. Pirates, they will dominate the game. They will create chances. They will hit poles. The keeper will make saves. They will miss. Chiefs, they were going to have about 2 or 3 chances. They will get a goal, and then that will be it. That's how I see, because Mr. Keo, Pirates, they're not really convincing in terms of. I know if they will get 3 attacks, they will get a goal. Chiefs they will create 2 chances and score 1, and then they'll shut the back door. Pirates will be confused, because another thing is that Pirates, when you score them, they tend to lose a direction. They tend to lose their plan, and they get frustrated. Mr. Keo, Pirates will dominate the game. They will do everything. You're not going to see Chiefs in the game, but come 90 minutes, you'll see Chiefs winning the game.
There you go. That's the highest ever goal scorer in the history of the Soweto Derby. The last time around, we thought a lot of Pirates were in form, and then Yusuf Mart scored what I think is the best ever goal scored in the history of the Soweto Derby, right inside his own center to win the game. Might be that tomorrow, might be a draw, might be a Pirates win, who knows. You can go to wsb.co.za if you want to bet on this game. We're sponsored by World Sports Betting. That's what you see on our chest. We have a newspaper, it's called iDiskiTimes.co.za. Thank you very much for watching us.